Hi, I'm Désirée Larenas-Linnemann. I'm an allergist, clinical immunologist, and pediatrician living and working here in Mexico City. And it's really big honor for me to share with you the results, a short video on the publication we just had accepted in Journal of Asthma and Allergy, changes in skin test aeroallergen sensitization in Mexico over the past 14 years and according to climate. So we're going to do two different comparisons. First, I'd like to show you that this really was a nationwide study. We had 28 different centers, 19 different cities, from the very dry, hot north of the country to the really very tropical south, humid, a lot of rainfall, but also the center of the country where there's a lot of crops, and surely there's Mexico City as well. Here I show you the slide of the positivity right now. Well, it was in July 2023, and we split it out in perennial allergens. Here you can see house's mite, the most important one throughout the whole country, 60% positivity. You can see here the most important trees definitely is ash tree for us, not the birch, which is similar, but here the ash tree. Olive trees are in Spain more often, but for us it's the ash tree. And then we go on with the oak and other trees. Grasses are also of importance, 27% positivity for the tropical grass, Bermuda grass, and the other northern pasture grasses are a little bit less frequent, but also still quite important. Weeds are not so important, and as you can see here, molds are very rare, just at 10% more or less. Then here we compare the old and the new data. New data are in green, and you can see here that almost in all aeroallergens, there has been a rise in the positivity over the past 14 years. Maybe the only difference here is in Blomia. Blomia is the exception because it was a different extract. So yeah, there we can't compare the old and the new data. And then we start comparing the drier and the more humid zones nowadays. And you can see that there are some trees that are much more frequent in the more humid zones, as is ash tree, oak, olive. And then on the other hand, you can see there's more the mesquite and the birch. They're a little bit more frequent, eucalyptus, in the more drier zones. Overall, grasses are more frequent in the drier zones. And for weeds, there are some weeds that are more frequent in the humid zones and others that are more frequent in the drier zones. Then, if we can see here, sure, house's mite is more frequent in the humid zones. Interestingly, the solidity of the data are solid is shown here that cat and dog are just the same in humid and dry zones. Sure, molds are a little bit more in the humid zones. Well, that was more or less what we wanted to show you. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoy our article. Thank you.